Hey everyone, this is Hirotana Mai 2011. Welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we encountered, we went through Gerudo Desert on an emulator because I didn't have the game on me, and I was testing to see if Dios Mio would work, and apparently it doesn't. So, yeah, there was that. And in this episode, we are tackling the Arbiters grounds, probably one of the creepiest friggin' dungeons in the entire game, if not the entire series. Oh, okay, the last one might be a stretch. I need to point out the elephant in the room the moment that I go into this, and I believe I drown over it. Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna get hit by everything in this dungeon. Granted, by the time I've been playing this part of the game, it's been like a good few months since I last played. I believe the last time I played was all the way in like August, and I recorded this like October, actually like a week ago in terms of the time I'm recording this commentary. So to point out the elephant in the room, this is post-commentary, and well, I know I said starting with Goron Mines that every time starting with Lake Bed Temple, all the commentary would be live, pretty much. Yeah, I have to apologize because I lied. Well, not really lied, more so I decided that from now on, in terms of the LP, to make things a lot more convenient on both myself and in terms of just recording and commentating, I was just going to do the dungeons on post-commentaries just so I can concentrate more, just so I don't have to have, you know, the Forest Temple and Lake Bed Temple over again, where it was 3 parts just because I was stumbling about, and, you know, my curse of forgetting the dungeon map twice just because I wasn't really paying attention. Well, it's kind of weird too, because when you really think about it, it's technically a good thing, because with the way that I forgot the dungeon map and everything, I like remember the dungeons to the point where like it's basically muscle memory of me going through everything. But yeah, I do have to apologize that this is post-commentary, but this is pretty much the format it's going to be from now on. The final dungeon of the game might be live commentary just because of how it's set up, but I don't know right now. In any case, you guys may also be seeing some frame drops. I really don't know what caused the frame drops to happen, like the video stuttering. And I noticed this way too late in the video, but pretty much, yeah, this dungeon causes... It does not like my capture device. Anyway, those things we just passed, which I completely ignored. You remember the Stall Children from Ocarina of Time, which I'll flash on screen right now? Yeah, that thing that was attacking us, that's what they look like in this game. Everything looks so goddamn creepy in this game, it is not even funny. The best part is, we're going to be seeing some enemies, and by the way, obligatory Ocarina of Time reference, instead of Poe sisters, we have just Poe demons, I guess. And they're blocking the main entrance to the dungeon for us. And we have to go beat them up. But considering in this game, the only way to fight Poe is as Wolf Link, yeah, this is actually our first time using Wolf Link in a dungeon proper. Because it's the only way to track these guys down, and also the only way to fight them. Because, for the most part, we can't touch them until they turn blue. And yeah, this thing is really terrifying, isn't it? I remember the first time I played this game, I was absolutely terrified of playing this part of the game just because, wow, I was just so thrown off by how everything looked. We rip out that thing and we got its soul. Yeah, pretty much. So, in any case, the first part of the dungeon, as soon as my pass up, okay, there we go. The first part of the dungeon is destroying those 4 Poes and collecting their souls so we can get the flames to open up the way for us. As you can tell, it's mirroring the Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time, which is really weird because, you know, it's a weird place to mirror the Forest Temple of all things when we're in the friggin' Desert Temple. Yeah, the video stuttering is actually looking really weird on my part. Again, I don't know what happened in this recording, and it's too late to go back and re-record it, so just bear with me for this part. The frame rate does get better later on, so... as of this video also, I now have a consistent upload schedule, if you guys might have noticed, because this video is going to be going up on a Saturday, and spoiler warning, Arbiters Grounds, just so it's not a long-ass video like Goron Mines, Arbiters Grounds and almost every other dungeon after this is going to be relatively 2 parts, just because while the earlier dungeons, and I think I die here, I don't remember. I know there's one point that I show off what happens when you die, but because the dungeons pretty much are all because the dungeons are all longer at this point, a lot of them are pretty much just going to be like split into two parts, just so one, I have videos to upload, and two, you're not here for 50 minutes just seeing me stumble about. Okay, over here is a piece of heart, and here is where I show what happens if you are stupid enough to actually equip iron boots in the quicksand. You instantly die, and by the way, as you can see Link's fingers going into the quicksand, I guess this is a good time to bring up the glitch of back in time. I'll put up a video of speedruns that actually abuse this glitch. In both versions of the game, both Wii and GameCube, though I believe it was discovered in the Wii version first, the back in time glitch essentially, it places Link's data on the title screen of Twilight Princess, where he's riding Epona on the Bridge of Eldin. And if you are to die on that area or reload your save file or reset, you essentially start the game off at the beginning with a lot of items you're not supposed to have. This is how speedrunners get past the tutorial. Me personally, I have attempted it once, but I don't like doing it just because, again, if anything, I prefer using an extra replay to skip stuff for the tutorial, just because, again, I like Link's Ordon outfit, so much so that, again, I really, really wish that this game had a second playthrough like Wind Waker, so you had the ability to have a second, keep your outfit from the beginning alongside the hero's tunic. Which, speaking of second playthrough, there is a huge rumor going about, especially since there's some leaked, there's a leaked HD model of Twilight Princess Link, that this game is finally getting a remake, the remake that it freaking deserves. And at this point, and someone's contacting me on Facebook, sorry about that. At this point, pretty much, it's not confirmed or denied if Twilight Princess is getting a remake, but if it is, I will definitely be covering that because I am excited as hell to hear if that's real or not. Anyway, down here is a simple puzzle, pretty much. And over here is actually an interesting enemy. This enemy right here, this is a Re-Dead Knight. I killed it, and its face is on the screen. I killed it easily, but essentially the thing with the Re-Dead Knight is that it works like a regular Re-Dead, except instead of trying to bite you and try to eat you like a zombie, it will actively try to swing at you with its own Buster Sword. Here's an interesting tidbit of it, though. The Re-Dead Knights are not actually its name. In the Japanese version of this game, it's actually referred to as a Gibdo. The Gibdo are mummy creatures that also appear in Ocarina of Time. Well, I believe their first appearance is Zelda 1, but they mostly appear in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask as basically like stronger versions of the Re-Deads, because they essentially act the same, where they scream and if they catch you, they'll start eating away at you. If you burn them, they either, I think in the 3D games, they turn into Re-Deads, and in the 2D games, they turn into Stalfos, or at least Stall Children. But inside here's their second Poe, by the way. However, yeah, they're called Gibdos in the Japanese version, and they're called Re-Dead Knights here. I don't know why they changed it. I guess it's just because since they both of them act pretty much the same, Nintendo of America decided to translate it as such. But this error in their name, believe it or not, would not be fixed until 8 years later with Hyrule Warriors. In Hyrule Warriors, the Re-Dead Knights are actually referred to as Gibdos, their correct name. The Re-Dead Knight themselves actually do show up in the game as well as a fiery recolor of the Gibdo. And it's so weird that it's gone through two names when they're essentially the same enemy. But I guess it's just a decision Nintendo of America made just because they act very much the same. And wow, this stuttering really is getting to me. I really don't know what happened to this recording. I am so sorry, guys. I'll try to do my best to fix this up when I do upload this, but like I said, this is going up on Saturday, and the consistent upload schedule that I'm going to be having is, as this video is going up, we're finished with Sonic Adventure for now, because we're going to get up to the 6th dungeon in Twilight Princess, and then we continue with Sonic with Amy's story. But Essentially, how the uploads are going to work from now is that every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday are going to be updates, and then Sunday is going to be a random video that I'm making. It's either going to be a one-off or it's going to be a movie that I work on, and it's not going to be like the Shadow the Hedgehog movie, which you guys should still watch, by the way. But no, you don't have to watch if you don't want to. I'm shamelessly advertising my own stuff here, but pretty much. Excuse me, I had to wipe my nose. Pretty much, the next movie that I'm working on, or essentially when I got stuck here, by the way. When I say like random movie, it's not gonna be like Shadow the Hedgehog movie where it's just gonna be like a 3+ hour movie of me just playing a game and sorting out in a narrative fashion. Instead, what I'm doing for the next one, which I am going to reveal in this video, which you guys are probably going to see it tomorrow because I believe the introduction video for it is going to be uploaded, is actually Dragon Ball Z. Well, Dragon Ball Z related. The thing that I'm uploading is actually a movie, well, not really movie, but more so a gameplay movie of all of the Dragon Ball Z Budokai games, which I'm calling it Dragon Ball Z Budokai Infinite World. As the title implies, it's combining all 3 Budokai games plus Infinite World and a little bit of burst limit to retell the story of Dragon Ball Z through the cutscenes, gameplay, and music and all that. And by the way, over here, I should quickly note, if the chandelier lands on you, it's obviously you get hurt. Well, you get hurt and you have to start the room over because it counts as out of bounds. But if you land in the middle, you're fine. And generally, sometimes you have to land in the middle, otherwise you won't make it. By the way, if you kill these, stab these bubbles, you can basically end their life right away by doing the ending blow. But do it really quickly, otherwise Link will miss and it's hilarious. Any case, the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Infinite World, it will go up in parts. Which again, tomorrow's part is just the introduction video I'm doing for it. It's just a 4-minute video that it's the history of Dragon Ball Z, pretty much. And then we'll go down our lines of plot importance where, like, we'll do character. We'll do, like, we'll do Goku, then Vegeta, then Piccolo, and all that stuff. And that will cover Sunday uploads for a while. But if there is no update on Sunday when it comes to that, it will just be a random video. And also, when it comes to the streams that I did, like the stream that I had for, yeah, this guy actually, he got me, surprisingly, which, yeah, he has a very bad super armor. I really don't know how a super armor works. If you're quick enough, though, you can actually use your, the side slice on him, and this is when the move really comes in handy. In any case, so if there is no upload on Sunday, it will just be a random one-off video I did. And by the way, the streams that I do, which the first stream I did of Sonic Shuffle, I will be continuing that. I just don't have a consistent schedule for that, so it will just be random. But most likely, it will always be on Sundays. Well, not Sundays, Fridays. Anyway, over here we have more Style Children, which again, really creepy. But I guess they're true to their name, where they actually are children in this. Over in this corner, which this screwed me the first time that I played Twilight Princess, there are 2 Gibdos. I'm just going to call them Gibdos because that's basically what they are. There are 2 Gibdos on the other side, and yeah, you're going to get, you're pretty much going to get Mavericked if you just go in head first. So what I suggest doing is use bomb arrows against them, because bomb arrows take them out in 2 hits. And this place gives you plenty of arrows and bombs, so you shouldn't really be hurting. Anyway, if you use your senses, you may notice the 3rd Poe is somewhere here, but where is he? You want to dig this up and use this lever and reveal that he's inside this hidden wall. By the way, I should note, even though we passed it a while back, I actually found the dungeon map, so I think I finally broke my curse. Again, I think it's mostly just because since I'm doing live commentary, that's why I realized too late that I forgot it, and it's a little bit of muscle memory as well. Anyway, this is their 3rd Poe, and realistically, I should have gone and gotten a drink, because this, we're currently about 15 minutes into the episode, And this part of the episode doesn't end until, I think, 25 minutes, so I'm going to be talking for another 10 minutes, and that's going to be kind of difficult for me. Because I can't really cut away in post-commentary. Well, technically I can. I did that for the Twilight emulator, where that was post-commentary also, just because, wow, the game was, like, really, really shite coming up here. Anyway, this room over here, it seems very basic. You go over here and get the small key, but the moment you get the small key, the lights dim out, and suddenly Midna starts freaking out. What actually happens, and this stumped me when I was first playing the game, is you're being attacked by ghost mice. The ghost mice themselves can't really harm you, but they weigh you down similar to those spores in Wind Waker. And the only way to kill them is with Wolf Link, because Wolf Link can sense them. If you play as normal Link, there's no way to get them off normally. So you can't progress until you actually get all of them off. Also, Midna will constantly freak out until you get all of them off anyway, so. Now we're on the top of the main entrance, if it looks correctly, and we see this cutscene one more time. I guess I need to think of like another topic to think about. I've said before on my Twitter that, like, I've been going through a lot of financial issues, and I don't want to really talk about it because I don't want to bore all of you with, like, my personal problems and all that. But, yeah, this game and, like, all the videos I'm making are kind of my release for it, and, again, I'm not saying that I'm not grateful for YouTube or anything. I don't want to be like DSP, where, like, I start e-begging for money and everything. But, like, I'm kind of, like, really excited for the day that, like, I actually, I become well-rounded in YouTube. Like, people know who I am and everything, and I can actually start making, a profit off of, the stuff that I upload. And don't get me wrong, again, I do like doing Let's Plays, I do like making content, I do like doing it just for fun. But it is nice when, you know, you see that you're getting paid to make the stuff too. I wish that maybe in the future I could. And wow, that kill was savage. In any case, I should also point out, which I think I pointed this out in the last episode when we were in Gerudo Desert, but I don't remember because it's been like months since I recorded that. But these things are Moldorms, and I didn't know the name of these things before, just because, like, classic Zelda is kind of weird to me, in the sense that I recognize things based off how they look in modern. So again, I have the same problem that I have when it comes to Sonic, that, like, a lot of the classic stuff I don't recognize just because I'm used to how it looks like in 3D or so. And over here, this is hilarious, by the way. This is what you have to do. The thing that I mentioned before is that with the chandelier, you have to, sometimes you won't have enough time to make it through the chandelier, so you have to purposely go through the bottom of the chandelier in order to make it through. But as you're gonna see, two of the Moldorms attack me and prevent me from doing this puzzle, so it honestly kind of wastes time. I didn't cut this out just because I found it really stupid. And by the way, be sure not to accidentally inch yourself into the chandelier, because it still can crush you if it's high enough. So in any case, you may also see that I'm skipping some treasure chests. By the time that we're in this dungeon, my wallet was absolutely full, so there was no way for me to... Oh, yeah, and over here I accidentally mess up, so you're just gonna see me drown over here. So, yeah, my wallet was completely full at this point, so I couldn't really pick up any more rupees, so if you see me skipping treasure chests, that's why. But I think I actually go for the treasure chest over here, just because I didn't know what it was, because I believe the heart container that we got at the beginning of the dungeon, that's not the only one. I think there's one more, but it might be in the next section of the dungeon. And I keep falling here just because the camera angle is weird, and I couldn't really position myself. Also, I'm going to zoom in on the footage, but I noticed while recording this that the chain just kind of pops in, and that's kind of really bad. But in any case, oh yeah, I do go after it, so I'm gonna do this puzzle again, pretty much. Yeah, it's just a red ruby. Red Rupee. I mean, it is a ruby technically, but in any case, what I was trying to say before about, I talk a little bit more about the back in time glitch. How to activate the glitch, pretty much, is that you have to reset the game when you see Link's fingertips go into the quicksand. This is easier to do in the Wii version because you have the whole home menu thing, but home menu. Yeah, it's easier on the Wii version because you have the whole home menu that you can just pause the game quickly and reset. But on the GameCube, it's a little harder just because you have to put into consideration the game, the amount of input lag before you do the soft reset on the GameCube. It is possible on both, but I first saw it done on the Wii version. Although, it's weird to point that out because even though it's a speedrunning tactic, I've only ever seen it done in the GameCube version for speedruns. Speaking of, I've only ever seen speedruns of the GameCube version, and oh, by the way, over here we have a new enemy. Remember before when I was talking about Style Children and Style Pulses? This is what the Style Pulses look like, which frankly, I really like the design of them. However, they're very intimidating in this game, but they have one fatal flaw. They go down in one hit if you attack them with a bomb arrow. And yeah, like, if you play the classic Zelda games, you would know this right away. I didn't know this as a kid, so I was stuck in this room for a little while just because I'm like, wow, why won't it go down? It keeps getting up. And these bombs are supposed to indicate you what you're supposed to do. But yeah, the Style Pulses go down in one hit if you get them with a bomb arrow. So I took the hit, but holy crap, it is so funny that they look so cool and so intimidating in this game, but they go down like a little bit. In any case, and wow, I really don't know why the video's stuttering like that. Again, I guess like something happened to my computer while I was recording this, because I don't know if I made this clear before, especially when I was doing Sonic, but I record off my laptop now. And I render videos on the home computer just because it's easier, especially like when I'm out doing stuff. But yeah, pretty much that's the case. This room sucks, by the way. This puzzle, it seems like a typical lantern puzzle. To my knowledge, there is no pattern for this. Yeah, it's always the same. It's always the same 2 lanterns. You pretty much light up the first lantern, and you have to guess which of the 5 are the correct lantern. Otherwise, the door is locked, and you have to fight Style Children before you can progress. Here's the thing: when you saw me snap the camera to look at the statue, I thought where the snake was pointing is where you're supposed to is like your cue for like the solution to the puzzle. But when I did that, you saw that, you know, that wasn't the right answer. And then I went to the far right. No, so I did the opposite lantern, and that wasn't the right answer. And this wasn't the right answer either. So I'm really curious what happened, because I pretty much pick all of them except for the middle. And then when I finally do get it, I'm just dumbfounded because, again, I've played this game way more than once, but there's no way to tell what the solution to that puzzle was. It's basically just trial and error. Like, it is the same every time you play the game, but again, it's been so long since I played the game, I, honest to God, forgot. In any case, over here is our last Poe, which again, Ocarina of Time reference. Just like, I think her name is Meg. This Poe is going to split into 4, and you have to tell which one is the real one. This one is made a lot easier, though, because now you have a... Whoa. Yes, now you have a... Whoa. Sorry, I had a burp stuff. This mechanic is made a lot more easier because, since you have a camera, you can easily go around and tell which one is the real one, like over here. I think I do mess this up once, so I don't know. It's kind of funny, too, because I've been playing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, and this does remind me of the Black Ballad, that you have to tell which one is the real one. But the best way to tell which one is real... Oh, I don't mess it up. The best way to tell which one is real in that game is that you have to back away from it and pause just to keep your eye on it, because that thing moves really fast. So, now that we have our 4th Poe, we can continue on into the dungeon as soon as that lantern breaks. I like the design of the lantern too. You know, I just love a lot of things about Twilight Princess. That's why I'm really hyped that if that rumor about that HD remaster is true, I'm like, finally. The thing is, I would love replaying this game again and replaying it in HD on the Wii U. I'm just curious what they're gonna put into the game, just because I don't want it to be like Wind Waker, where, yeah, Wind Waker HD, like, it was nice. I do like the fact that the music's cleaned up, and I do like the fact that that like everything's made a lot more streamlined. Like the Triforce quest is shortened, and also that you know, the Swift Sail make things a lot easier. Plus Miiverse and selfies and all that. I really do like all that. But I really hope they do change up some of the stuff. Like, maybe have an option for the Wii version or GameCube version, depending on your preference of controls and all that. And maybe the option of a second quest. In any case, I'll continue this tangent later because we go on to the second part of the dungeon. So I will see you guys in the next video.